Imagine you're sitting in a room full of people. Maybe it's some training, maybe just like some kind of meeting. Everyone is talking, everyone has some ideas, there is some chatting there and everywhere. But you sitting there, observing, not letting yourself, not allowing yourself to say whatever is in your mind on this topic. You thinking, oh, maybe they will not like it, or maybe they will judge me, maybe it's not right, maybe I will look stupid. You feel ashamed, isn't it? You feel as if the other people's opinion is actually something that you have to care for. This coming from pressing on us in our childhood all the shame. How many times have you heard, oh, you should be ashamed of yourself, oh, shame of you, oh, and all that kind of things. However, what if being shameless actually will give you a freedom? What if it's signs of being free, not selfish, not bold? And do get me wrong, we're talking about a kind way of being shameless, not being rude or mean. So, have you noticed how many times, just because you felt ashamed, you actually buried down in plenty of situations your authenticity? How does this make you feel? When you actually not doing, not saying out loud, your mind. And again, I'm talking about being kind. Saying your mind out loud with respect. How many times shame stop you from this, from saying or doing something? This thing, shame, stops you from taking risks, stops you from showing up, sharing your opinion, sharing your thought, sharing your ideas, seizing opportunities, just because you feel ashamed of this, what makes you, of your thoughts, of your feelings, of your ideas. Now, question for you: how will your life change if you will no longer feel ashamed of anything? How will your life improve when you no longer let shame hold you back? What kind of benefits you can have if you start becoming shameless in a kind, respectful way? You will find your voice. You will build your confidence. You will stop second-guessing yourself and overthinking every word, every sentence, every action. You'll just act. You'll just say. Speaking your truth will not end the world. It might open doors. So, here's the thing for you. Stop this unnecessary self-shaming and replace it with saying out loud, with respect, your mind. You might list out 5 things that you avoid, do, or say just because of shame, just because of feeling shame. And now, to each of this thing, figure it out, one step that you can make, and do it. If it's too late, figure it out, how can you act in future and just take this action. Identify your shame and think about it, if it's real, if it's something that actually coming from you, and maybe it is something that you need to be ashamed of, or is it just fear of judgment, being ridiculed? Is that actually where the shame's going into? Its roots are in fear of being judged or ridiculed. Stop chasing the perfection. Stop thinking, if I will say that this way, I might be not understood or might be misunderstood. Stop thinking too long and too much about how perfectly you have to speak up your mind. Just speak it up. All your quirks are the things that make you. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of who you are. And as a challenge or exercise, find some shameful memory that you have. I'm sure you have some. Find one of that kind of memory and just rewrite it. On the paper, rewrite it. Use some humor. Look at the growth that you might find in it. Look at this moment. How can you approach it with courage? What will you do with your courage? How can you actually act the next time with courage, with some humor? Because by doing this, you start to shifting your mindset. And this is an important thing. Shame doesn't actually have to control you. It's up to you to decide if you want to let it still to control you, or you will decide to being shameless. Again, in a respectful and polite, kind way. Because by doing this, by being shameless, you just give yourself freedom and you build your confidence and give yourself plenty of chances, plenty of options to choose from. So be shameless, be shameless. Don't be ashamed, be shameless and go conquer the world. From this place, as always, I wish you many blessings.